Oh, yeah, they tapped in, man. They say they slapping, man. All right, there's a couple more folks tapping on in. We will get straight to it. About like 11:11 for a little fun. You know what I mean? It's a good time to start something. Let me tap into a little bit more gold. I'll be using this like it's crappy in here. If you don't got enough gold water in your system, I mean, it's like this. Crack water. Gold. Hey, gold is within all of us. When we always talk about those minerals and we talk about vitamins, made of the earth. You know what I mean? You're a human. You're a human. You know what I mean? You're riding a human vessel. So you made out of the earth that you own. Right? And you also made out of the elements that are around you. Right? So when we go to understand this human vessel, this human vehicle that we ride in, family, when it goes to understanding it, what is it made out of? Because that's one thing, you know, I mean, we do talk about, oh yeah, health, and we always talk about, oh, food to bring in, food to bring in. What can we do? What can I eat? What can I take? You just gotta understand what you made out of, and then you'll see what you need, huh? Because the foods that we consume today make the body that we live in tomorrow. You know, I mean, I always like to say that the bodies that we inhabit tomorrow are greatly influenced by what we consume today. You know what I mean? When we were in 5 Better Be class last week, we got to really break down some science. We break down a lot of science in here, family. It's so fun. You know what I mean? I make the science fun. I don't make it too confusing, but we get to break down the science. What food, time, wherever we at, you can call me. Mute that up. What food and nutrients really do to the physical human body. You know what I mean? How are muscles built? You know, how is tissue built? How is, you know what I mean? How are nerves built? What are the nervous systems? What are the immune systems? We have to know what the human body is. We know what our car is. We know that our vehicle is a 2017 Honda Civic LX with the you know what I mean? We know that. We know that, family. Let's just please know that about our own human vehicle. I know that I'm driving a Spin City 3030. You know what I mean? We run about 18 miles per hour. We jump about 36 inches off the ground. You know what I mean? You just want to just know more about yourself. No. When I eat a cheeseburger, you feel me? Oh, I get pain in my liver. You just know stuff about yourself. It's called the human manual, family. You know what I mean? When every time you hear me talking about the human manual, it's you writing that out for yourself. How you feel off 4 hours of sleep? How you feel off 7 hours of sleep? Hold on, my dog, I had you on mute, so I just don't skip, bro. How do you feel after 10 push-ups? How do you feel after 20? How do you feel after something? How do you feel after you consume something? How do you feel after you walk up 20 steps? It's just like these small micro things to know where we at, family. It's not to say, you know what I mean? We keep a lot of tabs. We keep a lot of tabs on a lot of things. Why are we not keeping tabs on our human body? So, family, we all know, you know what I mean? There's a couple of us in here wearing that good MIGA wear. So it is 11:11. It is time to kick off. Damn, it got right off the time really fast, but it's all good. So, MIGA, right? I don't believe that you're the human that you are in right now. That's what I'll be talking about, okay? Because I understand the human. The human is going through something. It's going to live regardless of what you think, right? I believe that you're a God mind within a God body influenced by God's spirit. So the God body has something going on called homeostasis. Homeostasis, family, is where the body is going to do its thing regardless. You can't think right now and say, hey, hair, get longer. I want my hair to get long. What I'm going to just do, tell it what to do. It's going to grow on its own, right? the lungs, the heart, the liver, the pancreas, the kidney, the organs of the body, everything that the machine of the human, the internal machine of the human, right? It's going to, every cell in your body wants to live. It's its own organism. It's its own thing. You know what I mean? It wants to live. It wants to continue. It wants to practice longevity. But sometimes the God mind doesn't think for the God body. The God body is left to fend for itself, because the God mind has is here on earth, and is going to take the pleasures of the earth. Right? Because that's what we usually do. We just take the pleasures of earth. I mean, have some ice creams and some donuts and some pizzas. You know what I mean? After, like, before a certain age, it really doesn't even harm most people. But then you start to see statistics. Everybody is getting hella obese. Everybody's wearing hella extra fuel. We're going to get into that. Everybody, you know what I mean? We got to get up out the bed and be screaming, hollering, oh, all these pains in our muscles, all these pains. We having headaches. We're battling diabetes. We're battling a huge pandemic thing, right? It's a whole pandemic on, and it's a threat to your immune systems. So we in the game, y'all. The first thing of today, y'all, I want y'all to practice writing out your human manual. Okay, taking into account how you feel, taking into account how long you've slept, right? Practice right now your human manual, because of, like, a mechanical vehicle comes with a manual inside. It has a dashboard on the front. It tells you everything that's happening. The manual and the dashboard combined tells you everything happening with the vehicle. Human vehicles don't have one. You're born, your parents feed you, you come up, you feed yourself. That's how we've been running. That's how we've been doing the thing. My parents brought me up, you know, on good old barbecue and mashed potatoes. It's all good. You know what I mean? You got the soul healing in the spot. So there comes to a point, you know what I mean? There's a point that y'all are at now to where, okay, what can I figure about myself? What can I figure out about this food? What can I figure out about, you know, I know that Bill Gates owned most of farmland, and he put mealworms, so now he adding insects into the food pyramid. It's a crazy place to be. And to care about yourself and to care about the fuel that's about to go into your body in this world of the future, I think it's important. Not everybody think it's important. You in the spot, bro, on the iPhone. Welcome on in, family. So like I'm saying, let's just start practicing. Make a journal for you. When the last time you made a journal for you? We got the journal because we in the BWO. We got our journals because we messing with Derek Grace and this. We got our journal for this class. We got our Earn Your Leisure journal. Where's the journal for you? Like the journal for you saying on Tuesday, you know what I mean? I made a kale smoothie with the protein, with the food, whatever you did. Why, you know what I mean? Do y'all feel like that's important to be journaling out? Is it as important you putting it up there with your wealth? Right? We go learn from our big homies how to go get wealthy. We practicing generational wealth, the wealth standard. Where's the health standard? What's your health standard? You got standards on the foods that come past your teeth, that come past the food that get past your lips, the liquids that get past your lips. You know what I mean? That's why I think that human manualing and human journaling yourself is almost up there, you know what I mean, beyond your wealth. You know what I mean? Anything else that you wanna put notes on, anything else you wanna journal about and talk about, the last thing we think of is our human body. our only ride here. We think about the human vehicle, we can trade it in if a tire go flat or it break down. We can go trade that bad boy in, we take it to the mechanic, we do whatever, right? With our mechanical vehicle. We don't never know where we at in our human vehicle. We just go through life. We doing our life, running all these businesses. We got some of us got children to raise. You know what I mean? I don't believe it. You know, nobody is by themselves. You know what I mean? Ain't none of y'all by yourself. Because what y'all gonna do? You influence your brothers. You influence your sisters. You influence your parents. So once you get to, hey, you know that. I mean, last Tuesday, man, I had a 7-ounce steak, man. That shit really fucked me up, man. I think I might be taking that off my list. Because now you got a list. Because before you never even realized what food was fucking you up. Yeah, all the nutritionists, we came out and said inflammation and mucus and this will kill you and diabetes. Yeah, we said all that. But did you look within? Were you able to jot down and say, hey, you know what? That's what the nutritionist and them was talking about. Evan put in their triggers. That's what the nutritionist was talking about, bro. Now I got this. You feel any pain or any rumbling up under your right side rib? Up under your right side rib, your liver is right there. Your liver is right there. So anytime you feel something going on there, you say, oh, it was 11:19 on 3/21. My liver started to shake. You don't want to keep up with that? That's you. Almost lost it. Family, to me, that's so serious. It's almost scary not to know. You feeling pain in your human body? I gotta put you on the mute, family. I got an echo. Oh, my bad. I gotta put y'all on the mute because I got the echo coming up. But that's how important it is to me, family. You don't want to jot that down. It's called the human manual. Giving yourself a view of your own human dashboard. I told y'all today we getting tangible. Oh, now Evan can't hear me. I don't want that liver bubble. I don't know why some of y'all can't hear me, man. Damn, man.
If they on the phone, I think they have to click dial into the internet.
Yeah, y'all gotta dial in. Yeah, everybody hear me, y'all. Everybody hear me. We flowing. Y'all gotta get y'all.
I couldn't hear at first. I was on my phone and I couldn't hear at first, and then I just clicked on my phone, dialing to the internet, and then I was able to hear.
Okay. Yeah, see, Tasha got y'all the game right now.
Yo, fam, just piggybacking off of what you said.
Yeah, go ahead.
About the liver.
Yeah.
Before I changed my diet, before I changed the liver,
there it is.
I always had problems. I used to wonder what was wrong right here with my liver, under that rib cage.
There you go.
I always have pain right there.
Come on.
Nah.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. Because, and then why I did say the liver the most, bro, because it's our biggest detoxification organ. It absorbs all the fat cells. So if y'all want to understand, again, you know what I mean, notes for your human manual, what's going on with the liver, you know what I mean? Without going too deep into it, detoxification happens through the liver in a set of phases, right? So an antigen or bacteria or, you know what I mean, something, a toxin enters the body. However, the body attacks it with fat soluble molecules, you know what I mean? It sends up fat cells and molecules to go attack and bind and bring it to the liver, so the liver can change it into water soluble molecules and excrete it through the body through urine and feces. That's just a super, that was a blip, you know what I mean? Because I could really talk about the liver alone for an hour, but we're not here for that today. So that's what's happening with that. So why is it so important that we know if it's shaking or hurting? That means it's fatty. It's pulling in so many fat molecules and so many toxins with, you know, binding to fat molecules that it's called fatty liver. You can Google fatty liver. Okay, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying listen to your body. Your kidneys is shaking and jumping. They down there in your lower back. You know, them kidney beans down in the low back, family. So when you feeling all that, and sometimes we feel back pain, and we ain't been exercising, we ain't been deadlifting, we didn't take no blunt force trauma to our back, but we feel back pain. Inflammation will cause the kidneys to grow slightly, make changes in blood pressure, and become uneasy. They are the second part of the detoxification and filtration system of the human. Jot down when y'all feel these things, family. Jot down if you have irregular heartbeat. Jot down. I'm not a firm believer in the medical doctor, but hey, man, if y'all like the medical doctor, man, at least you'll have notes and saying, hey, bro, my shit was jumping around, bro. Maybe they can give you a test and take a look. I wouldn't suggest any of their medication because I just talked about those kidneys, and the medication that they give in the Western world cannot be metabolized by the liver or the kidneys. So it goes through as an unhandled metal and can cause extremely harmful health effects. And I'm not even lying. You can look it all up. You know what I mean? Yeah, just because I'm one of these holistic doctors and I talk about the regular doctors all the time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It don't mean that the information is always as good as it appears. Okay, damn, I've been wondering these random things happen. Now it ain't random no more. There it is. He done tapped in with spin. It ain't random no more. I used to mess with the military a little bit, right? And they always have a phrase talking about pain is weakness leaving the body. Pain is the body calling the brain. Calling the brain and say, hey, something's happening here. And we not taking no note. We just willing to just go through our life, you know what I mean? I've been there too. So I'm not gonna sit here and knock nobody. That ain't it. And I'm definitely not here to knock nobody down, but I've been on that same thing, not even caring about what's happening. You know what I mean? I'll run, a cramp, or I got a pain in my human body, my side. I'll just stretch it out. Like you stretching an organ. I'm a damn fool. I got pain in my body. The best thing I can do is stretch about it. That's not the way none of us want to go. We want to realize, we want to take a pain. Ooh, what's that? Uh-oh, right under the armpit. So that way, when you tap in with your nutritionist, when you tap in with your herbalist, when you tap in with your doctors, you can say, hey man, it was March 21st, bro. You know what I mean? And this had happened. Okay, what did you eat the day before that? Okay, so on the 20th, I had this. On the 19th, I had this. Look how much game you can give me to look back into my knowledge banks and my good books and consult with my ancestors and get you on the right track. Human manual is going to help you help others to help you. Come on, family. Human manual, that'll be number one. That'll be number one on the list. Did anybody have any questions about it before I get on to the next step of tangible things we can do in health and wellness to make our life more optimal? We all good. All right, family. You know what I mean? Just the same way we work out of the human manual, you know what I mean? How about what plans do we make for our human body? And do we make our plans, right? Our plans will be the simple ones, like what exercise are you going to do and what at what time? We always tell ourselves, oh man, I don't got no time to exercise, man. I don't got no time to meal prep. I don't got no time to think of everything in your life you make time for. You make time for. You know what I mean? We the dudes, we want to go get with the honey. Okay, we want to go get with the goddess right quick. We're going to make time for it. We got our children, we make time for them. Gods make time for their children. Goddesses make time for their children. They're young. We not making time for our own self.
One who exists and is the author of existence.
Okay, with me a little bit. The plan, all right? So out of the human journal, out of the human manual comes the human plan, all right? So what you do here, it could be simply today, right? It'll be, and I'm gonna give y'all the easy game so y'all don't gotta stress yourself out. So it could be 6 p.m. your time, okay? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna say 6 p.m. my time, I'm blocking out 2 minutes, blocking out 120 seconds at 6, so I can practice my body weight squats. You get a minimal effective dose of exercise. You're not hella sweaty. Your heart rate did go up. Your muscles were used. You influence water flow, blood flow, plasma flow, lymphatic fluid flow throughout the human body from the head to the feet. You've done it. You've accomplished it, right? It's in your plan, because if we don't plan nothing, what do we usually do? If we don't plan, we usually plan to fail. So if we do go out with a plan saying, okay, at 6, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out these body weight squats. That's what I do. For 2 minutes, for 1 minute. Like I'm saying, don't stress yourself out. It's called periodized exercise. I'm right here at the desk talking to y'all, and I can say, hey, right here at 11:28, I want to get up for about 30 seconds and just hit body weight squats. All I gotta do, because what am I harming? All I gotta do is move away from my chair and start getting up and down. Now I'm just getting my work in. I can come back right here on the computer, talk to y'all. I can let people in the room. But between this time, I'm just getting it in. How is this even hard? You know what I mean? It's super simple, and it gives us a super small timeline to work with. So now we ain't super stressed out. We not, oh, I gotta make it to the gym, and oh, I gotta put the children somewhere, oh, I gotta make sure, oh, I gotta build space, I gotta go buy weights. No, you don't, man. Folks, 1 minute. 1 minute every 2 hours. How much time are you really using? And it's going to the mind and getting dedicated to a habit loop, a positive habit loop. You know, every hour, I just do some moves. Y'all meet me in person, you know what I mean? We doing something that's not got a bunch of movement to it. I'm gonna find a way to put some movement in there. I'm gonna do something. It's very important for the body to be consistently moving. We live in an age, y'all, to where we are always at the desk, we always at the office, we sit down and drive, you know what I mean? I square every time I use the restroom, so it's often. Squat. Movement is medicine. Facts. So us as humans, you know what I mean? I remember I used to use Fitbit and track my steps. If y'all are still on that, if y'all are on Apple Watch or on whatever, you want to be reaching realistically 10,000 to 15,000 steps per day just to move fluid throughout the body and give you a minimal effective dose of calorie burning. So you actually don't even always have to exercise. See what we said? We always got, we got to go to the gym for an hour and a half, get ripped up, get rocked up. Hey, if you do want to get rocked up, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. Hey, supporting in the spot. If you do want to go to the gym and get super rocked up, cool. That's the way to go. I can dig it. You know what I mean? I love you. What's up with it, Z?
That's good, Spear.
What's good? We in here politicking right now. So if you do want to go to the gym for getting, you know, aesthetically pleasing needs, hey, that's what's up. I can dig that. I'm not hating because I like to get rocked up, like I said. But overall lifestyle performance, you just want to be the best nurse. You just want to be the best doctor. You just want to be the best teacher. You might want to, you know what I mean? You might want to be a boxer. You might want to be, you know, worth 9 figures. You need a certain human body. You need a certain human capacity to get these things done. You know what I mean? And you want to definitely not have all the wheels clogged up. You don't want to have everything clogged up. You know what I mean? So consistent standing, you know what I mean? This takes a pinch off of the psoas area. Another reason why we get that pain in our low back, you know what I mean, could be from muscles, but make sure we know that we on the lookout for the kidneys as well. But real muscle pain comes from high glute, super low back because of a muscle called the psoas muscle, right? So this psoas muscle comes from between the legs, right? It comes from between your legs, it wraps around and goes up into your back. So that insertion point right there, you know what I mean? It can get really tight as we sit down far too often because it's always folded. Imagine these muscles right here getting real tight. And what are those muscles going to do? Pull down in your body and make you. The human body always wants to optimize. The human body always wants to get as comfortable as possible. So if we're always at the computer doing our computer thing, it's going, you know what I mean? It's going to make us into that. The psoas muscle is going to pull down, scrunch down the shoulders, pull on the ribs to make this better. But we don't want to make that better. You know what I mean? We want to work on that posture. We want to consistently open up. You know what I mean? Go the opposite direction. Every time you feel yourself, you know what I mean, going in, just square them up and get a stretch this way. You know what I mean? Go behind the hands and, you know what I mean? We'll talk about office yoga. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, that's what happened. Yeah, that's so. The piriformis is another one. Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? So letting these muscles tighten up is going to shrink your body down. That's why when we see old folks, you know what I mean? Old folks that's just been on the walker and on the couch and on the walker and on the couch, and they become on the walker and on the couch stuff. They become exactly that because their body, you know what I mean? And plus it's getting old and it's about to atrophy and break down. It's playing y'all far too young to even be, you know what I mean? You don't even have to go out, bitch. Don't and hunch due to that walker and sitting all day. Yeah, you don't ever have to go out on a walker. None of us have to go out on a walker or a cane. You know what I mean? Yeah, the bones are going to deteriorate and the muscles are going to atrophy. This is true. Chronological age is true and it will happen, but that doesn't mean you have to go out 120 years later. You know what I mean? Suffering from osteoporosis and all these things. Those are all itis. They're all inflammation of something. Why would they, just because they chronologically age for 80 years, they have inflammation running rampant? How do that sound to people? Just because I've chronologically aged past 65, all of a sudden, inflammation is running rampant? Alzheimer's disease and oh my God, the things that happen to old folks, it's like it's put on them. Hey, you're old now. Hey, welcome to your 65th birthday where you get a badass back and some bad knees and some. No, it's how you treat yourself over time. It's how you treat yourself over time. I'm not gonna go out. Hunchback. I'm not going out in no wheelchair. Something I have to break my shit. My inflammation is truly out of control in my calves. Shane, we gotta talk about that. I gotta talk about that on another hike because I don't want to keep y'all too long. But in the calves, though, in the back side of the leg or on the front side of the leg. You know what I mean? Taking care of inflammation in our body. Band stretches, 60s isn't even old. IT band stretches. The thing about the IT band, you don't be wanting to do too much stretching on it and too much foam rolling on it. But I'll just say one that's super light is just like a crossover stretch. I'm not even, my camera not that high, but crossing over the leg. Taking my legs and crossing over and taking that stretch on the IT band. I really wouldn't do anything else other than that because it's such a lateral, kind of a stiff tendon up in here. We definitely got to take care of our bodies and our mind. So the next one was definitely, you know what I mean, that plan, the human plan for movement. You know what I mean? That's why we got into that conversation because we talked about the human manual when we first got in here, jotting that down, the human plan. You know what I mean? This is everything for your human being. And definitely, I'm gonna recommend a couple books and give y'all a little bit of homework. The homework is it's homework. It's human body work. I mean, to figure a couple things out about yourselves that I tend to give to my students, because like I was saying, you know what I mean? Me and my colleagues, we push the nutrition model, you know what I mean? We tell you the commonality of health. The commonality in health, y'all, we all know it's fruits, vegetables, sunlight, water. Right? That's what they tell you. Anything that's healthy, right? They're like fruits, vegetables, water, the sun, some ground. Oh yeah, you know, so get your health, get your health. But we're not jotting it down and we're not planning for it. We're just hearing it. Yeah, Ben just said, you feel me, knock this out, knock this out. All right, you just let it go by. You just let our stuff go by on the gram. So now that you understand the human manual and the human plan, you know what I mean, you start to make that overall blueprint for human optimization. So next is your timing. Your timing is your chronobiology, right? So I know a lot of my students have it already, but if y'all go to thepowerofwhenquiz.com, you know what I mean? I always recommend this to my students. They in the spot. For y'all that's just tapping in with your boy City, thepowerofwhenquiz.com. I study a lot of sleep, right? I put it right there in the chat because I want y'all to have that in y'all arsenal to be able to look at your own chronobiology. And so what is chronobiology? The power of the timing of you. When do you like to wake up? When do you like to have stimulants and caffeine? When do you like to do cognitively demanding tasks? When do you like to sleep? When do you like to nap? When do you like to have sex? When do you like to exercise? When does your human like to do its homeostasis thing, its own thing, right? Its own thing, regardless of what you say. Because nobody right now is going to say, you know what, liver, I just need you to shut down for a moment, you know, take some time, no, man, no, it ain't happening, man. It's not going down like that, right? It's never going down like that ever in life, you know what I mean? So your human body, it wants to do its own thing, so you can learn it. You the God mind working with the God body, right? You the God mind working with the God body. What do the God body really want? Does it want to go to sleep at 11? Do it want to go to sleep at 12? Do it want to go to sleep at 3 in the morning? Does it like to nap in the middle of the day? Does it even like caffeine? Because you got your human manual. How does caffeine make you feel? Right? You got that good. Damn, man, what the fuck going on? Like caffeine might not be for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, just the whole movement in MIGA is you the God mind driving a God body full of God spirit. So make yourself gods again. My body loves waking up at 4 a.m., shutting down at 10 p.m. Cool, you know what I mean? Now you put that in your journal. This is when my human, everybody take yourself out your human. Take yourself out your human. That's what I say. Take yourself out your human. You know what I mean? And what would it do without the influence of your God, mom? What would it do? When do we usually take ourselves out of our human? Anybody know when we take ourselves out of our human? When do we disconnect from the 3D human and be with ourselves? Meditation is one, and when we sleep. A good deep meditation, and when you sleep, you already disconnected, so it ain't nothing wrong, right? You know what I mean? Until the day that you don't make it back to the human body is the day you don't make it back. But so right now, let's consciously kind of go to sleep and think of our human body. You know what I mean? And if I wasn't controlling its hands and its voice, and just imagine none of this belonged to you. You're cosmic, you're galactic, you are unbound, you are limited, limitless. This is limited, bounded by Earth, right? Gravity, laws, space, time. So we think about it. How can we help it through its own journey? Sometimes, y'all, we're not even living the God mind's journey, because the goddess mind or the God mind journey is in full effect when we fall asleep. And even those times in life where you just been doing your human thing and you had to tell yourself, hey, I need to cross the street. Hey, that person over there, look, you know what I mean? You tap in your senses. You tap in your senses. But on this whole nutritional, physical side, take yourself out for a moment, family, and look at and examine your human body. It's the only way we really examine is by looking in the mirror. You look at yourself in the mirror naked, and we ask ourselves, are we comfortable in here? Because what we gonna do when we test drive the mechanical vehicle? Oh man, let me see if I got some shoulder room up in here. You know what I mean? I can't even do that. You know, you gonna test your space. You're gonna adjust your seat. Is there any seat, any mirror, anything that needs to be adjusted on your human when you look on it? Is there anything that needs to be adjusted? And this is something else we're gonna put into our human manual. Is there anything on me that needs to be adjusted? And I'll go right now, because through the whole this whole pandemic thing been going on, I've been getting just smaller and smaller because I don't lift heavy. I took my focus to yoga so much, I got so elastic that I got hella skinny. Like if y'all, when y'all first see me, I was like 172 pounds. I was active in MMA, you know what I mean, doing my thing, rocked up. I stay rocked up. I stay lean. I stay lean. I don't collect fat. You know what I mean? I'm automatically a lean person, and I know how to not collect fat. You know what I mean? Because we understand fat as stored energy. We understand food as energy and fat as stored energy. Start to use up those fuel stores more often. You'll stay lean. You'll stay off of the side of collecting body fat, because that's what body fat is. That's what body fat is. So we understand food is energy coming in. So we go back, and I always like to talk about the mechanical vehicle. So we at the gas station. Pouring. It goes on full. Click. Click. But what we do with the human? We just keep going. It's no click. It's no click. It's no click. It's no click. And then we don't drive away. So when it's full at the gas station for the mechanical vehicle, we drive away. Let me go use my fuel. You're gonna use it, then it's gonna get back in. The same thing going on with the humans when we talk about calories. Calories burned. When I just talked about the movement section, that's easy calories burned just by taking 10 to 15,000 steps per day, doing your regular human movement and getting that, calories burned. Right? Let me get that on here, Z. So yeah, just taking, just taking that broad snapshot of yourself, looking into your human. You know what I mean? You comfortable in there? What can be changed? And I know, like I'm saying, I'm going right back to the gym since it's open. You know what I mean? Get back on my heavy lifting and you know what I mean, and build my muscle back up. Just build my muscle back up, man. So we got our human manual. We looking at a human plan. Now we've taken a snapshot at what we want to do with our human, or what our human being. Also, I snuck in the timing of us, because I think the timing of us is extremely important. Chronobiology, and we were able to talk about. We talk about like a little bit of sleep. I really want y'all to take that quiz more than anything, and then what I'm saying, we can tap in even deeper. If anybody took the Power of Win quiz from the powerofwinquiz.com, you know what I mean. Feel free to share your animal, if you get it figured out. Or even some of my students, they already know what their animal type is. So family, what else do we need to touch on? Okay, we got our periodized exercise ready to come in, right? So we came in, my boy Chug. So we tapped in. We know we're gonna set up our human manual. We need a notebook based off our human. We need a notebook based on our human. We take ourselves out the human, right? Here go a manual about, here goes a manual about her or him, the human. Take your thoughts and take your God mind out of it for a minute. What's everything about the human? Oh, you said you might have joined the BWO way? I got you right now on your trip. So we got that human, right? We're gonna take ourselves out. Let's go to our brain. Let's go to our brain. Let's go to increasing cognition, focus, working memory, right? Because I definitely, yeah, I'm the better belly guy. You know what I mean? I wanted to speak on the nutrition of the human, a different way to look at the human. But let's go ahead and look at the brain. Let's see where the God mind lives, because the mind and the brain is two separate things. The mind and the brain are two separate things. The brain is in here and it's physical, and it got electricity on it, and it's in water. You know what I mean? It's in water and blood and plasma and lymphatic fluid. Remember I talked about the flow of that, right? So connecting to the brain down the back is the vagus nerve. The mind and brain, two separate things. So we got the vagus nerve really inside the human, okay? And everything that we do feed ourselves, we understand our food is our fuel, right? And that fuel is going to fuel everything, the body and the brain, right? The body and the brain. It's going to fuel everything, because the body, well, when I said pain is the body calling the brain and saying something going down, every other feeling is going to get expressed to the brain. You put a bunch of food in there, I'm full, I'm satiated. Zip. Hormone to the brain, hey, I'm full. Don't send nothing else. Don't tell the human to send nothing else down here. We're done. Or they starving. Hey man, get this human body up and moving, man. But let's do something. There you go, walk, ghrelin and leptin. Hey, you on your ball game? That's what's up, man. So you going, whatever hormones is being expressed, proteins getting expressed, genes getting expressed. Between there, it's gonna have effects on our cognition, whether we super focused or not. We talked about inflammation, you know what I mean? You got your human manual. Hey, you doing your thing. You're saying, like I said, you wanted the 7-ounce steak with the potatoes and the asparagus. That's how you like to get down. And your human manual, you know what I mean? Oh, I gotta go to sleep. Oh, I gotta go do this. But how do we really test our brain after some food or something? Spin, man, your ass is crazy. Y'all, getting something in your home, such as a puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube, simply writing down math problems, you can test your cognition, do the food. You know what I mean? You could play a video game. You could, you know what I mean? Do something that's cognitive demanding. I'm not talking about the body no more. This ain't none of that. This ain't the squats. This ain't the push-ups no more. This is, can you do your Rubik's Cube? I use a couple apps. I use apps like Lumosity, right? I use apps like damn. I mean, it's probably on this phone. I use apps like Elevate. So I can go through like spelling, I can do some math, I can make sure your brain is working. We talking about doing all this exercise with our body, right? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get my muscles back. Hey, this a major muscle right here. Duolingo, learn a different language, learn an instrument, actively be working your brain, family. Tonight, you can get these apps for 7 days, just so you can keep your brain firing, right? Because all we gonna look at is our business. Oh, how do we get the sales? How do we do this marketing? And how do we get our insurance reserves? How do we get our gold? Cool, you're learning something right there, but your motor neurons, right? Neuroplasticity, we talk about neurotransmitters, everything that's happening in the brain, making connections. One thing about a neural connection, when it happens, right? When an idea hits a neural pathway and it happens, Every time your paradigm is shattered and every time you learn something new. You know, I always tell you, oh, you can't learn nothing new. But the moment that you learn that the gut microbiome is speaking directly to the brain via the vagus nerve, you're like, whoa, now you can't unhear it. And you're like, man, I remember this fool spin one day. Even if you just hear that the one moment blip, it's already a seed in your mind. Like, bro, I remember this nutritionist, bro. He was like talking about like mitochondria, bro, and vagus nerve, and all of a sudden it leads you, you know what I mean, down that rabbit hole of what else is to come in that same lane. So if you know, the more reading you do, the more, you know, the more puzzling you do, you can start to recognize your own times. You know what I mean? Like I came off the Rubik's Cube for quite some time. My fastest time was like 3 minutes on it. You know what I mean? Broke it down 3 minutes, and I started to come off of it. I took 3 minutes off the Rubik's Cube. My time is like 6 minutes. It's not forgotten. Hold on, Mardell. I mean, I know you want to get the access and all, bro, but I got an affiliate link.
No, I wasn't trying to get the access. I sent it to him, so I heard him ask for it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna send my affiliate link so they can join through me.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, bro.
That's all good, bro. Cognition, working memory, right? The more that you remember these moves, the more that you remember, write down, highlight, you know what I mean, getting those type of things in, the more often you do that, family, your brain is ready to fire anything. So now when you do go to, you know, BWO lessons, you do go to other lessons, you go to the 5 Better Be lessons, now your mind is like, oh, okay, boom, I'm on this. This is how I usually learn. This is what I usually do. I mean, this is okay. This is where I'm at. You know what I mean? This is exactly. It starts to become fun to your brain to learn things, right? Because it happens so often. It's that micro habit. It's that loop. It's that loop, right? It's that. I'm on this. Even if I don't get it figured out for a year, I'm just ticking and playing. I'm looking. I'm working my mind. I'm just working my mind. Even if I just take it apart and see whatever level I can get to. So y'all, with that being said, you know what I mean, boosting cognition, looking into apps like Lumosity, Duolingo, Elevate, ELEVATE. Yeah, that's a good one I came up on. A lot of math, spelling, you know, speaking, and plus your skills gonna get better. Like your regular skills to get better. Now you writing books. Now you do. I cheated and looked up the algorithm for the Rubik's Cube. Cool, but you still have to execute. Yeah, anybody can give you the algorithm. That's cool. I learned from the algorithm too. I learned a certain algorithm. There's like multiple algorithms. I learned one. You know what I mean? But then I had to execute without seeing, you know what I mean, the algorithm in front of me. But definitely anything to challenge your brain, even if it takes for today, right? Because I want everything to be tangible. I want everything to be taken out of class. I want a few words of your human manual written. I want a couple words of your human plan written. I want you to see your chronobiology. I want you to see your chronotype and say, oh, I'm a dolphin. Now you gotta look into, okay, what's a dolphin? Right? We're gonna get Elevate. We're gonna get Lumosity. We're gonna get Duolingo. Today we're going to start learning something different. You started learning something different when you came in here. You know what I mean? For those of y'all that mess with my big bro Derek, he got some more stuff for you coming in right here in a couple hours. So I just want y'all to start to get these micro habits of learning. Like I didn't come here to tell y'all to go to the gym for hours. I didn't tell y'all to come down and take tests every day for 30 minutes. Micro, y'all. The micro greatly influences the macro. The micro greatly influences the macro because it's the micro habits. If you play with a Rubik's Cube every day for 365 days, How you did it on January 1st of that year is going to be totally different than how you do it for December 31st that year. Anything. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, spelling is from school, man. I don't feel like spelling. All of a sudden, when you got your spelling right and you got your words right, you can identify words for people. You can help the children, of course, you know what I mean, advance further. Because the more you learn, the more you can teach. And I don't know everything. I'm a nutritionist. I'm a strength and conditioning coach. I'm a human optimization coach. I help humans take their human to the next level. I help God minds take their God body to the next level. You know what I mean? That's what I do, and that's what I know, and that's what I study. But looking at words like acetylcholine, you know what I mean? Looking at mitochondria, you know what I mean? It's like these long words. I want to get more comfortable with long words, spelling, you know what I mean? Even if I still got to go to dictionary.com, and always do that, family. When y'all reading books, I'm about to take y'all through how I smart read, because I posted that book with all those books. I posted the post with all the books. So I'm gonna show you how I smart read something. But yeah, definitely that. So let's get into the power of smart reading. Yeah, see, that's why I said I want class to be tangible. I downloaded a few of those apps. Come on, man. Oh, hey, y'all want a quick hack right quick? Think Up. Hey, I'm gonna see you, Manolo. It's gonna be on recording. Yeah. It's gonna be on recording. So y'all want a dangerous one right quick about an app? Oh, I do got a couple of them in here. All right, it's called, what the hell, man? All right, scratch that. It's called Think Up. If y'all don't got it, you ain't heard it yet, this bad boy called Think Up. What's so bright? The light? It's probably the front of this. Look far too crafty. Let me see what we can do. Okay, fine. All right, y'all, but it's called Think Up. Think Up, right? And you get to put in all your own affirmations in your own voice. It's showing up a little bit. That shit acting. I'm gonna know. Okay, you get to record all your own voice, right? Look, Jess, I'm already did my 2 minutes of squatting. Make it cover most of the screen so the white balance adjusts. Like my hands are up here. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? You just go in here with your own voice, and then it backs you up with some binaural beats. I don't make cold calls, I make bold calls. Okay, sales. I have the energy to accomplish my goals and to fulfill my desires. Affirmations. Look how I'm talking to myself. My fears are melting. I am beautiful, just as I am. Just talking to yourself. And all I do is throw these in some headphones. I am special and unique, because there's only one of them. Come on. Come on, man. Talk to yourself, man. Love yourself, man. What the fuck? You feel me? Talk to yourself the best possible way. You know what I'm saying? Just love on yourself all the way. You know what I mean? Think up. Stupid tool. Super easy, super tangible tonight. 10 affirmations on your Think Up. You in the game. And what's that gonna do for your manifestation? What's that gonna do for your brain? What is that gonna do for your subconscious? And another hack you can use with Think Up is play it all night. Oh no, City, you about to have God tonight. Now, so when I use my Think Up, you know what I mean? I tell myself anything. I can block out the whole rest of the world, man. I got slick excited about this one. Come on. So, all right, boy, you got your think up. You can tell yourself, you could be doing the floor, you could be doing your Rubik's Cube, and the whole time, your voice talking to you in your ears about the things you gonna do. You don't gotta sit there and talk like, okay, all right, spin, we gonna help 1 billion people, and we gonna get on the grind. You know what I mean? We gonna knock out all these goals. We gonna do this. I turn my think up on, and it's something I already recorded in my purest voice. It's backed by binaural beats. So when we get to class and we start to explain hertz and the effects that hertz and vibrations have on the brain, because we talking about the brain, right? Hertz, vibrations, neurotransmitters, electricity. What? And now we get in our own voice. We get our God voice to speak to our God body on the humbug. And then, like I was saying, play it all night as your sleep hypnosis. Look at my face. Feel me? Think up, family. Think up, think up, think up. So y'all got think up tonight. Y'all got y'all human manual ready. Y'all got y'all human plan ready. You got a puzzle game. You got to think up for your brain. And we about to smart read. I told you it was going to be tangible. Come on, city, man. All right, what's a good one? What's a good one? What's a good one? What's a good one? For the family. All right, we talking about brain. We talking about brain. So let's go to the book Brain Rules. Let's all smart read together. This is how I'm able to get in over 150 books a year. You know what I mean? Because I don't digest every book. This is how I smart read, family. Let's get it in. Sean Spin City, and then this is how I smart read. First off, I want to ask myself some questions. What information am I looking for? Okay, and I'll say, I'm looking for some critical thinking. You know what I mean? I want to figure out how the brain works up in here. Okay, so that's what I'm going for. I pick out the book, Brain Rules. You only go into the book if you have a reason, right? Especially if it's a learning book. But if we got something like a autobiography, this is something that you can eat. You know what I mean? You can consume this in full. But books for the movement, you know what I mean? Something we want to take out. Okay, I want to go into Brain Rules. So I'm looking for brains. All right. And I want to read the back. I'm going to read the back and see if this is the book for me. Most of us have no idea what's really going on inside of our head. Yet brain scientists have uncovered details every business leader, parent, and teacher should know, such as the brain's need for physical activity to work at its best. Damn, boy, it sounds like Spin read this before. How do we learn? What exactly do sleep and stress do to our brain? Why is multitasking a myth? Why is it so easy to forget and so important to repeat new knowledge? Is it true that men and women have different brains? In Brain Rules, molecular biologist John Media shares his lifelong interest in how the brain sciences might influence the way we teach our children and the way we work. In each chapter, he describes a brain rule, what scientists know for sure about how brains work, and then offer transformative ideas for our daily lives. Okay, and I'm like, okay, damn, this might be the book for me. I think this, okay, this right up my alley. I'm looking for brains. All right, next I go right into the front of the book, and I'm going straight to I like to read about the author if I never tapped in with him before. I like to read about the author. So I'll read about him. I'll say, okay, this is a good guy, man. Maybe he's a cool dude. Let's see what he has to say about the brains. Okay. And I come to the table of content. He has an introduction, a one-pager, and he leads into chapter 1, exercise. Our brains love motion. The incredible test score booster. Will you age like Jim or like Frank? How oxygen builds roads for the brain. Me, myself, I'm Spin, like I say. I'm Spin City. This is Brain Rules by John Medina, right? So I'm not looking for exercise and a connection of the brain right now. I know it. That's my shit. Punk ass John. I'm just fucking with you. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm more connected with exercise and the brain already. Let me see what chapter 2 holds. Survival. What's uniquely human about us? A brilliant survival strategy. Meet your brain. How we conquered the world. Okay, you know what I mean? It sounds pretty cool, but is that for me today? Is that what I'm looking for today? Am I looking for brain survival today? I'm not. Let's see what we got here on chapter 3. Wiring. Neurons slide, slither, and split. Yeah. Experience makes the difference. Furious brain development, not once, but twice. The Jennifer Aniston neuron. I say, damn, that might be right up my alley right there. Okay, neurons slide, slither, and split. We talking about the wiring. We spoke about neural connections and neuroplasticity. I'm gonna shoot straight to page 49 and get busy. I didn't need to eat up the whole rest of the book. I'm already on page 49 now because I went for what I was seeking out of the book. Wiring. Rule number 3, every brain is wired different, right up my alley. And then I'll just consume this chapter. Without holding y'all, I'll consume the chapter, take notes, right? Take notes on it, write it down, and apply it. That's smart reading. It ain't about flipping the pages hella fast. It ain't about, you know what I mean, going through the whole book and looking for what's for you and what you gotta do next and woo woo. Nah, you read the back, see if this is the book for you. Is the information that you're looking for somewhere up in here? You know what I mean? Read about the author, make sure he's reputable. See, you understand? Hey, is he be on a nutcase spree? Why did he write this book? Okay, he's a molecular biologist. I can dig that. He's been taking brains apart, looking at brains, talking to people, sizing the brains, and doing all this good stuff, doing his research, doing his due diligence on his side. And he spit out one hell of a book for y'all, right? He on there, and then you look at his reviews. You know what I mean? We like to get a little social, look at his reviews too. You know what I mean? Oh, Business Harvard Review, they got him on there. Then you go to the table of contents, find the book for you, the chapter for you. Hey, chew up that chapter, highlight, take notes. Get serious about that chapter because you went there for a reason, didn't you? Don't go in there and waste your chapter time. Don't do that to yourself. You made it that far, you know what I mean? You chopped up the back, you chopped up his reviews, you chopped him up, you went through his table of contents. Now you're on the chapter for you. Bring your highlighter, bring your pencil. Consume that chapter, take notes on where it's based on you, and take it. And that's like, you don't gotta, yeah, I read 52 books a year. Honestly, who cares? What did you do with the knowledge and wisdom that you just got off them pages? It's all good. It's all good. It'll be on recording. It'll be on recording. I ain't gonna hold y'all nothing but a few minutes longer. You know what I mean? We're going straight to 12:30. We actually gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and open up the Q&A. You know what I mean? I gave y'all the human manual. So we got, like I said, we got our human journal up and running. We got our human plan. We got our timing. We looking into our chronobiology. We got our apps for our brain. We understand periodized exercise. Boom, boom, boom. How to smart read. Hey, that's a better belly, a better brain, a better body right here. So we can open up for some Q&A, man. If any other questions, you know what I mean? Yeah, that y'all might have. That y'all might have. Let me speak real quick on the whole movement of meditation right fast. Y'all got nothing? Okay. What time is it there? I'm on Eastern. It's at 12:12. Yeah, 12:12. You want the name of the book? Food recommended to eat in the morning. Okay, so the book was Brain Rules by John Medina. The apps for today were Think Up. Get that Think Up in the arsenal. Elevate, Lumosity, Think up Elevate Lumosity for the apps for the day. The Power of winquiz.com is our quiz for today. Your human manual is written. You have a few words on yourself. You're able to take yourself out of the human and take a good broad look. See what you can work on, what's already working. You also using a human manual to check on your brain, right? Brain rules, John Medina. Think up, Lumosity, and Elevate, Elevate. Y'all want another one? Get that Charles Duhigg. Get that power of habit. Because as I'm talking about these micro habits of your health, a micro habit of why you want to eat a donut compared to eating some kale, micro habits in the brain. I can go all day with these guys' books. So I won't put too many books on y'all. Yeah, but mess with the power of habit and mess with them brain rules. Power of habit and them brain rules. I can't let y'all go with that. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a top 3. Because this is really where it's at. This fool is where it's at. This dude, I don't know why he did this. Upgrade your brain, learn anything faster, and unlock your exceptional life. Jim Quick's Limitless. This fool did his thing, boy, on that Limitless, boy. Limitless, Power of Habit, Brain Rules be my recommendations. But y'all, what I was gonna tap in real quick is that power of meditation. And when you use your meditation, think about de-stressing, bring it on down. Bring it on down. It's not all about being calm and in one area. Just go inside, get with your thoughts. That way you can easily de-stress. When we can make that disconnection from our human body, go ahead and make the disconnection that way. The Power of Habit is written by Charles Duhigg. Charles Duhigg. Charles Duhigg got another one that's fire too. Hey, I mess with books because I smart read, man. I don't gotta eat these up, man. If I feel like I need to eat them up, you know what I mean? I just go back into them a couple of times, man. That's why I be on these books like that, family. I'll be like, oh man, Span got the books, like, because I smart read them. It only takes me like an hour, you know what I mean, to do some good ass smart reading. What? I do not have to use up all my time of my day to get that knocked out. Go ahead, Shalonda, if you had a question. I see your hand was up. You can come off mute and come on.
Hey, peace, God. Yes, I do have a question. So I'm coming back into my fitness, right? So I was a heavy weightlifter, big into fitness and nutrition. I got into studying nutrition to get the best gains, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, what would you recommend? I'm a little knowledgeable. However, this isn't my forte. So what would you recommend as far as me getting back into it? Like, I'm not big on baby steps. It's difficult for me because I was so beast mode.
Yeah, I believe
So
you.
should I?
I'm the same
And
way.
I'm not a fan of straight cardio. I always do weighted cardio, body weight cardio, something along with it. But I've been out of it. I'm 46 now. My body and my mind still in good shape. I can't keep up with who I was at 42, and definitely not who I was at 40, because I was a damn beast. But what would your recommendation for me to get back into it? And I'll be going to the gym.
Okay, going to the gym. I would say go back to those same lifts that your muscles knew before, just with lighter weight. Just with lighter weight, because we're going to get our muscle memory straight back. Like, that's the same thing with me. Like I said, over the pandemic, I got hella skinny. Like, bro, what? I'm gonna go put this right back in order, right? where it need to be. You know what I mean? With muscle memory and just a lighter weight. Pull off the same moves. Keep up the same intensity. Make that mind muscle connection that you used to make. If it was a heavy ass deadlift, rock out a deadlift worth 40% of that weight that you used to be at.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to feel where it's at, because all of a sudden you don't want to ever bounce back and look at the weights and be like, yeah, I was there. I'm about to just go back in because I'm on the same shit. Now you tearing up 315, but your back and your muscles and your tendons and your nervous system is not prepared for that shock from last year. Yeah, your mind is on it. You ain't lost it. But in reality, the human lost it. The goddess mind didn't lose it. The body lost it.
That's right.
So if I can boulder yank, you know what I mean? Or if I can do the one arm stand, or if I can type, if you see I do the typewriter, my typewriter ain't on fire right now. And then even I did go to the gym like 2 weeks ago, and I got in 2 muscle ups, and the muscle ups actually hurt my elbow. No cap. See, I had the muscle memory to do my calisthenics, right? But as soon as I got over the top, I'm like, oh, what? Because I understand the full mechanics of a muscle up, being a small guy. You see, all my buff partners is, yeah. I understand the mechanics and the musculature that it takes to do a muscle up. But when I got in there, I yanked on the bar. The first thing I'm tendonitis, I'm getting tennis elbow trying to do this because I'm trying to go too fast and trying to keep up with the spin of last year. You talking about you know what I'm saying? Like we beasting up. I'm full throttle in MMA, about 172, cut down to that 170, scrap, jujitsu, wrestling class, Muay Thai class, boxing twice, you know what I mean? Running a mile, skipping the rope, and still coming back and running Spin City Performance as a coach. So now I got more students. I got little wrestlers under me, little Muay Thai students up under me, strength and conditioning to do, health and nutrition to do, because the reason why I learned nutrition so deeply is because I had to do weight cuts for hella other people. Weight cuts, wrestling, fighting, boxing, weight cuts. I have to get you from 183 walk around weight to fucking 170. And then you got some of these kids that want to just take it too far. They're 175 on a regular, and they want to cut down to 155 and 145 to fight the smaller guy and take the power. I know the game. I know the game and how they want to do it. They told me one time, "Man, you might as well cut down to 145. You feel me? Your speed and length." I'm not looking for no advantage against, you know what I mean, the smaller opponent. I want to fight fools at 170, so I'm 170. But I also realize this fool's coming from 205 down to 170 to fight the smaller guy, but they're far, far less healthy when it comes to when they get there. Because, like you're saying, they don't like them baby steps. They're like, hey, I'm going to drop this weight and go beat cuz ass. Now you show up on the scale, hella dizzy, and you ain't got no water in your system. You know what I mean? So just putting that whole MMA type of sports strength and conditioning out there is just to say, love the process of them little, what we gonna call baby steps. Keep the same mind, keep the same mechanics, but we realize that our body needs to take on between 35 and 40% of that load before we even think about getting back up into our 70. It might take us 30 days, but what's 30 days compared to a lifetime? It may be baby steps, but what is that compared to a lifetime? I'm here to do 120. I'm here to live to the year 2100. I practice longevity practices. You know, I mean, I'm a certain way about my sleep. Another hack, I wear a whoop strap in here. A whoop strap. It tracks my sleep, my respiratory while I'm asleep, my heart rate variability, my heart rate overall, my body temperature, how many hours I was asleep, how much time I spent in REM sleep, rapid eye movement, how much time I slept in deep, slow wave sleep. I know where I'm at. I know exactly where I'm at. I'm tracking myself. This is a part of the human manual, tracking your sleep. Great advice about doing 40%. It's all good. I got a little bit more specific question. Come on, Walt.
All right, can you hear me?
I'm with you, bro. Come on.
So look, I'm trying to get lean like Span, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening, bro.
Okay, so I'm trying to get lean, right? And I'm mad close. But this little belly is like mad resilient, right? So I'm trying to figure out what's the last step I gotta hit. Well, I think I got a little I think I got a clue, because I be having like some digestion little things going on, right?
It's all good.
And I've noticed when I do an exercise like a mid-back pull, like a high pull, something that's
Here?
going to, yeah, right there, like lower traps, scapula. If I do something like that, sometimes my stomach will actually rumble with the top of that pull, with the most,
Rumble goes.
just it's connected to the mid-back, bro, to the upper back. I don't know what that is.
So when you make that squeeze, on the rhomboids and the mid back, like you're saying, and the low traps, your stomach is gonna start automatically, bro.
Not every time, but it happens. I'll get a real quick, like, oh, why is it? It's in that specific position, bro. It's peculiar.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why. Okay, when we think about just real quick, anytime the stomach rumbles, that's a certain thing that we probably haven't learned. When the stomach does rumble, it's because gas is moving.
Okay.
We're only here, just the same way we can pop a finger, it's only gas going in between bones. There's never been a time when we cracked our finger and our bones were going, snap. That's not how the gas and nitrous oxide of the body works. You know what I mean? So when we hear digestion happening, it's a gas movement. You know what I mean? So if you're going this way and your stomach is, so you got the front side body getting more open as you pull back on those rhomboids. You might have big rhomboids, bro, that might be able to push on some of the other internal organs.
Oh, that's probably true, because the back, that area of the back looks pretty developed on me naturally.
Yeah, you feel me? You got a big back, and then you pull all the back in. You know what I mean? All the back is getting squeezed in. You know what I mean? It just might be causing a little pressure and a little gas. And so, like I'm saying, you know what I mean? It could probably just be human biomechanics, like mechanics of where all the organs sit and shift. And you know what I mean? If you're still like maybe digesting something, bro,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Gas can definitely come up. And gas can definitely pop up, bro. But I wouldn't be too sure it'll be like a big problem or to be tripping off of. But you might just be having effects, you know what I mean? Really moving the body, bro. You moving the body in such a way, it's like do. As long as you're not feeling pains in most your exercises and within your organs, bro, I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I feel healthy. You know, it's just fine tuning.
Yeah, and then when you spoke on, you talking about you was trying to get rid of stubborn belly fat before that?
Yeah. I was wondering if that was maybe connected. It might be a digestion thing. But who knows?
No. Belly fat, bro, is just your body. Okay. So when it comes to overall fat, bro, remember I said it's energy stored? Because that's all fat is, bro. It's stored energy on the human body. You put some fuel in and it stores it. Those are just your biggest storage deposits. Okay. Those are your biggest storage deposits. And going all the way lean, you know what I mean? It just, sometimes our body don't even want to do it, bro. Sometimes our body don't even want to do it. But I would say go into fasted exercise. I would say up the protein regimen, take away from the carbs so that you can readily use the protein and essential amino acids to go to where muscles are. You know what I mean? Okay. Carbohydrates will supply the fuel. You'll go straight through the fuel, and then you'll also store the fats for we talk about macronutrients. you'll be able to store the fats in the tissues that they need to be in, organs that they need to be in. So protein the most, carbohydrates the least, fats right there a little bit above. Carbohydrates, healthy fats, you know what I mean?
Okay, that's good to hear because I did keto for a little while, but
It's just keto can cause a lot of hormonal issues. I'm not gonna say I don't say anybody else's nutritional blueprints is ever wrong, but I would just say when you look into yourself and look into the ketogenic diet, look how those healthy fats are delivered. And I know it's hard to live the ketogenic lifestyle based off all plants, of course, you know what I mean? But
Right.
like hella bacon and butter, bro.
nah,
that
none,
can
no
also
sloppy,
cause, like,
none of that sloppy keto. Yeah, no, I'm not.
none of that.
I'm not doing it like that though.
Yeah. Just keeping it clean, bro. Just keeping
Yeah.
it clean. Exercise, fasted, bro. So you can use up the rest of that storage. You know what I mean? If that's the stubborn storage, bro,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Go ahead and use it up. Use it up. And use like I know folks don't like to do the cardio party, but the aerobic exercise is going to help you move fat cells even better, because fat cells are they exit via the breath. They exit. Damn, I got a lot of time. We're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a talk about how fat exits the body. You know what I mean? So when you're doing a lot of more aerobic exercise and breathing and heating the body up, it's not coming out in the sweat, the spit, or the stool. Fat cells are coming out via the breath and the lungs. I'll put up a video. I already put a video up about it. I'll just revamp and put it back out so you can have that information.
Okay,
You go down to the last minute, bro. That's the only reason why.
no doubt. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah. You know what? And I know you tapped in with the community that's on IG because I found out about you through a Blue Pill. I seen you sip the gold water. I seen you showing off the gold water at the beginning of the video. I just did the God Body Fast with a Keyballon 44 on Instagram. I'm assuming you know. Yeah, so 3 days without nothing but water.
You said, hold
And
on,
it's still there.
You said what you did, a fast, bro?
Yeah, 3-day fast with nothing but water. Yeah.
3 days water. Okay,
But yeah,
okay.
I'm no stranger to the fasting or the faster workouts. To me, if I ate, it's gonna be after I worked out.
Okay. I got you.
More often than not, yeah. Like I said, I'm like mad close. I just got this little, it's all right there in that one place.
Mm-hmm.
Right below the belly button,
Stubborn spot for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
stick on that regimen though. You know what I mean? Don't try not to feed it often and use it more. Basically,
right.
It's that energy. You know what I mean? Instead of putting it in, just you know what I mean? Burn it off. Burn it off without putting too much more back in, bro. You'll probably be good, bro. As long as because you healthy too and you got all your game proper. Like you mess with you mess with the gods, bro. You'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate y'all tapping in today, man. I really do.